The internet arrived like a smell. Not a ping, not a notification, not a screen lighting up. It arrived behind the eyes while fluorescent tubes buzzed above a rack of servers in a Borough basement. Heat rose from the aisle. Fans screamed. A fire suppressant alarm chirped and died. The contractor badge on Binary's chest read, temporary, the kind of word that promised safety while delivering none. A black dust cloud rolled out of a ruptured canister labeled with a barcode instead of a warning. The dust moved against airflow, gathering at the face like curiosity. A cough followed. A sting behind the tear ducts followed. The world jittered for a fraction of a second, like a video buffering. Then everything opened. Every message thread, every live stream, every private bank transfer, every council memo, every police entry, every dating profile present at once, layered over the real room as translucent text and silent motion. The server aisle stayed visible beneath it, but it felt secondary, like scenery under a storm of meaning. The first day after the fracture, Binary tried to treat it as trauma. The second day turned it into routine. By the third, the power became a discipline, narrowing attention with breath, filtering by keyword, mapping patterns in headspace like an internal search engine. London's new rumors fed the compulsion. A motorway incident. Vanishings at Stratford. Tabloids called it hysteria. Borough forums called it evil. Police comms called it an unverified digital artifact. The power did not care what it was called. The power showed the files. A missing person report sat inside a Met system with a timestamp that did not match the call log. A CCTV export contained a clean 10-second hole. A custody image existed in a secure portal with a likes killer field that made no sense inside evidence software. The image itself contained a person moving soundlessly in a corridor of gray. Binary watched the trapped figure blink and mouth silent words, and something old-fashioned appeared in the chest. Responsibility. A call to the police happened from a burner handset. Voice kept flat, details delivered like a script. The call ended with a promise of a callback that never came. The second call brought a different response. A knock. 2 men arrived at the flat in Peckham just after midnight. No uniforms. Polite faces that never softened. One carried a tablet. The other carried nothing, which felt worse. The tablet displayed a diagram of a Borough data center. It displayed a barcode matching the ruptured canister. It displayed a contract header with a familiar name, Cromwell Applied Systems. The first man spoke about capability exposure. The second man spoke about risk containment. Both spoke like people paid to turn accidents into assets. An offer was placed on the table, a controlled workspace, medical monitoring, legal cover, and a salary that solved rent forever. In exchange, Binary would do the thing that came naturally now: locate anomalies, identify threats, and prevent incidents. Refusal sounded noble in theory. Refusal looked thin next to the trapped figure on the tablet, next to the knowledge that Cromwell already knew what the dust did, and how to build a cage around the person it infected. Agreement happened without a handshake. The Cromwell site sat in an anonymous business park, behind a gate with a camera that tracked gate as well as faces. The workspace inside was quiet in a way London never was. Thick walls, soft carpeting, filtered air. A Faraday cage wrapped the room like a coffin. The irony lasted seconds. The internet still arrived. The swarm inside the skull did not require Wi-Fi. It pulled through whatever thread reality had left after the fracture. The cage did not block the power. The cage only blocked escape. Cromwell handlers arrived in shifts, each with a task list and a tone that assumed consent. Find the source accounts pushing panic about Stratford. Trace bulk buys of controlled medication. Map forums discussing continuity gaps. Flag any clip that shows physics stuttering. The first week produced arrests without headlines. The second produced policy without debate. The power made it easy. Too easy. When a protest organizer booked coaches, the routes appeared in advance. When a whistleblower emailed a journalist, the attachments surfaced before the journalist opened them. When a vulnerable teen searched for help, the search terms became a data point inside a risk model. Binary started selecting filters with shaking hands, trying to keep the harm narrow. That effort failed. The trapped figure in the evidence image stayed trapped. Cromwell called it unresolvable. A nosebleed hit during a long session, blood dripping onto the keyboard. A medic wiped it away without surprise, as if it was expected cost. The breaking point arrived as a simple request. Identify every powered individual in Greater London. The instruction was dressed in safety language. Prevent incidents. Protect the public. The model needed names, locations, habits, and triggers. The power complied faster than conscience could argue. Patterns led up across the city. Cromwell thanked Binary with a coffee and a new badge that removed the word temporary. The final consequence arrived quietly, like the internet had arrived. A notification in headspace that did not come from any device. A live view of countless screens, stacked and shimmering, including the one watching this story. The realization landed with cold certainty. The fracture had not only given sight, the fracture had made sight mutual. London did not need villains in capes. London only needed a person who could see everything, and a company that could decide what that sight was for. Watch the next episode to see who Cromwell targets next. Like the video and subscribe to find out.